Okay, so I picked up Rayman Legends on the Switch. I heard it was a great game and I hadn't played it before. I consider myself a big fan of 2D platformers. Honestly, I never liked the 2D Mario games, so I kind of dismissed all platformers. And then along came Shovel Knight and I dismissed my statement. Holy shit, that game was amazing. I also picked up Rayman Legends. Holy fuck. The art style's great, animation's smooth, controls feel good, levels are cleverly designed, secrets are fun to find. It's so good! What I almost love most about this game is the difficulty. It feels supernatural. It goes up and up as we progress through the game. The first levels are being quite easy and the later ones are hard as hell. But it's a rewarding kind of hard. It feels good. When you play the levels, you're improving and getting further each time. You know, if you've seen Video Game Donkey's video about difficulty, he puts them on this scale. And then this game, it might start off like over here, but in the end it gets like really close to Donkey Kong. But then it overshoots. And that's what this video is about. Spoiler alert, if you beat the game, you unlock these Dark Rayman challenges, in which you're followed by a clone of yourself who copies your every move, and fuck him. Literally. Well, not literally, I just hate him. I got so fucking angry trying to beat them, it's ridiculous. And yes, I get angry easily, and yes, I kinda suck at platformers, but still, these levels just seem unfair. And why is that? Currently it's been like 3 months since I beat the level, so let's take a more objective look, and not one that's fueled by the rage I felt back then. So, let's just take this particular level I get stuck for, about 2 to 3 hours. That made me quit the game and make this video instead. Infiltration Station Invaded. So to understand why I hate these levels so much, I feel like we must first understand what makes this game so good. Or rather, what makes this game's timed levels so good. And I think it boils down to precise platforming, tight controls, timed levels that feel fast and rewarding. You know, they make you feel like you're a goddamn speedrunner. And a sense of progression created by the consistency of the levels. You really have this practice makes perfect feel. And now let's see how these things are applied in this level. There's not a lot of platforming. Each room is like a small beat 'em up. The controls are the same, but since it's a beat 'em up, you have to maneuver around in a whole different way. And it feels less precise, and often it just failed doing what I wanted it to do. And instead of being a path that needs to be followed, this timed level consists of multiple rooms. It just feels bad. It's not good for a timed level. I mean, combined with the beat 'em up aspect, you're constantly waiting. You're waiting for enemies to spawn, you're waiting for vines to open, you're waiting for the door to take you to the next room, and if you move too quickly, you get screwed. It's just dumb. Then finally, the worst thing about this level is the entire fucking concept of it. Like Shadow Rayman or Dark Rayman, whatever. It just kills the sense of progression and it crumbles everything I love about this game. I did not feel any sense of progression, and it's all because of this Shadow fuck. What he does is create a certain inconsistency in the level. Yourself. Hardly anyone will ever be able to do the exact same input every time they do the level. And that's fine for most levels, but in the Dark Rayman stage, it fucks up the entire system. Oh, you jump 0.1 second later? Well, if you do the wall jump now, you will jump into Shadow Cunt. It screws with you. You don't feel like you're improving, because you're just dying all the time. Here's a fun thing. Here's all my attempts while recording, put chronologically on the screen. Now what you'll notice is that there's deaths appearing all over the place. This is exactly what I mean when I say the level doesn't have a good sense of progression. I am dying just as much and just as quick after 50 attempts than after 10 attempts or even 100 attempts. You don't feel like you're getting better or getting close to the end, you're just dying from random shit you can't even lay your finger on. You think you have the first room down, so you focus on the second room, and suddenly, whoa, you're dying on the first room again. Oops! I just get frustrated thinking back on it. And maybe I just suck. You're allowed to say that. I just think the layer of inconsistency that this Shadow prick on top of the other inconsistent features like beat 'em up, it just sucks. I had trouble getting a flow down for this level, whereas with other levels you can get like a rhythm going, you get a feel for the level, you get better and farther each time, but the fact that you have to go through a freaking door for every room, it just pulls you out of that rhythm. I mean, you see it as 4 mini levels that you have to practice rather than 1 level, but instead of being able to practice all of them, you have to get through each to even start practicing the other one, and it's just... Like, the water level sucks too. Like, it's the inconsistency of the water on top of the inconsistency of the shadow guy. And then there's the enchanted forest, which is just another beat 'em up. And don't even get me started on the amazing maze, a combination of everything I hate. You got your rooms, you got doors that open slowly, you got inconsistent wind, things you have to kill. It's just a mess of a level. Like, the other 2 invaded stages are actually fine. What the Duck and the Winds of Strange are just solid platforming levels. They remain consistent, and through practice you will eventually get through them. But the double layer of inconsistency of these other levels just makes it infuriating. Before we finish up, here's some individual things I hated about this level, like 3 months ago. Like, let's just order them per room. So in the first room we have, fuck this fire guy, fuck the jump holds, you know, if you hold the button like a millisecond too long, I suddenly jump into shadow shit. Fuck wall jumping off of this shield, and fuck teleporting on this vine thing. Like, why? Like, that's the example of if you go too fast, you get screwed over. Oh yeah, and fuck what happened here. I have no explanation for this. Okay, second room. Combo hitting these guys is inconsistent as hell. Fuck this ring. If I hold down on my controller, why doesn't he just drop past the ring? Why do you have to grab onto it? It screws with me. It's not what I expect. This fast combo that I do sometimes, it screws up 90% of the time. Sometimes I can skip past this vine. And other times this happens. Room 3. I don't even know what path to take. What are these vines for? These last rooms I get to so little because I just keep dying on the first ones. I don't even have time to practice them or make a proper idea of what to do. And then the same goes for room 4. I mean, I never even reached it. Like, how am I supposed to practice this? It's just pure luck at this point. That's the thing with this level. You just need luck to beat it. I hate it. That's it. I'm done. So yeah, thanks for sticking through this little video analysis. It's more like a rant, honestly. I hope you enjoyed or agreed or, I don't know, any other reason you watched this. You like my voice? This is a sexy voice. I'm gonna cut that out. I'm not gonna cut that out. If you disagree, or you think I'm just bad at video games, do share below. Also, you might have noticed that I changed my channel name. If so, good on you. You noticed. It'll remain this way. I don't really have much else to say about it. Bye bye! Oh, why did I drop that?